So doing a little garden update video, just a quick little run through of everything that's growing here. Things are starting to take off. You can see this is my favorite line. I like this line now, but well, you can see the potato growth is doing really well. Flowers, I think I'm gonna leave them to the fall. I'm not sure. I gotta look it up. And I just planted a few days ago. You can see that row of smaller buckets. There's about 25 or 30 of them. And I planted some new, you can't see them because they're just tiny little seedlings, some peppers, some more peppers. These are like a banana. They're my mother dropped off these giant banana pepper looking things. So I got the seeds out of them. And I decided, hey, just plant them anyways and maybe I'll get a few out of it. So there's another 50 there. And that brings my total pepper plant count up to roughly 600 plants this year. So everything's taken off pretty good. Now I only have, for my overwintering experiments, this is the only one here. It's the only one that's really taking off. I got these shoots pinned down. You can see them a little bit. This time open to, I want to see how big this plant gets, right? Opposed to starting them from seeds. So most of the peppers are taking off pretty good. The tomatoes, oh yeah, these are the indeterminate ones. I haven't tied them up yet, so it's looking pretty good. Growth is good. And then over here, like this corner is doing really well too. You can see that. My cherry tomatoes in the white buckets. I got the assortment of peppers in the black ones. These are jumbo. I forget what they are, but they're big ones. I got carrots going on in these buckets over here. Typically I wouldn't do carrots, but I decided to give it a go anyway. And then this little spot, this is another little addition this year too. You could almost see it better like this, huh? But I got these pole beans growing up, these little vines. And then I got indeterminate tomatoes that are going to do the same thing, but they're a fair bit behind. And then, I don't know if you can see the shadow here on the ground. If you can see the shadow right here, well, what happens is over here, this side of the garden gets shaded out maybe around 5 or 6 o'clock. So this part gets shade. So what I tried this year is I'm trying some corn. Now, what I'm hoping is that as the corn grows taller, it'll get more and more and more of that sun, right? Because I put this pole here to kind of measure the sun. Because what happens is it gets shaded from the roof. But as the corn grows taller and taller and taller, the hours of sunlight will still remain higher as it grows. That's the theory. And then the tomatoes, which were pretty much started from seed. I basically start a whole bunch from seed in pots, and then I break them off and plant them. So they're just they're coming along. They don't get full sun because it does get shade back here. But as they grow, they'll get more and more sun, just a little bit, like, an hour or two by the time they get up here. And then that line of peppers is doing real well. Everything's growing over there. Then over here, this is all growing in. You can see the peppers they're doing really well. And let's see, got a few problems over here, but I don't know what's normal because I haven't grown onions before. They're coming along, but they're not coming along nearly as fast as I suspected. Same with the leeks. They're not Like this little spot is kind of dying, but over there they're even more healthy. So it could be a soil issue, I don't know. But the peppers in these buckets are all doing pretty good. The fava beans, oh yeah, I was excited about those. They're doing good. And then the pole beans in here are looking a little wretched. I mean, maybe there's just need a bit more sun. But that's my little update for this year. And the shade garden over here, like I put a lot of wild flowers in here, but they're all dead. But they will come back next year. And I just planted a whole bunch of, along the edge, a type of a Swiss chard, or a kale, 30 to 60 days. So I should get kale popping up here in the next week. You know, because I want to experiment what, you can see it's already getting shade now from the house. Like it's already, so we'll see what grows. I know some of the wildflowers is the habitat that I want to create for the bugs, you know. So I need to do some more flower planting, but it looks pretty. I like this line because it's you know, it doesn't take up that much space in the backyard. It's along the fence. I got kind of tiered multiple things, so it worked. It works out good that way. And oh, I guess I got more stuff over here. It's still growing, these potatoes. So these potatoes are doing pretty damn good. You can see them. The cucumbers, I mean, they're coming along, and I think they're going to produce this year. It's hard to say. Like you can see that they're starting to climb. So I'll know in about 2 more weeks. If they get up to here in 2 weeks, and you know, I'm probably going to get some. And the pole beans are still, they're coming along slow. And then this bunch of peppers is doing pretty good. Mostly banana peppers up top, and mixed variety. So that's my update for this. And here's the other winter pepper that, like, it's these things haven't even moved. They barely moved. I tried knocking some of the fruits off to promote vegetative growth, like these little ones, but it's the type of pepper too. See, this is I think it's an Apache, or it's a mini chocolate. So maybe the plant is a bit smaller, and I think those ones over there are a jumbo jalapeno. So I'm hoping that the jumbo jalapeno works out, because that would be super cool. You know, they're doing really well. Like, I've knocked some fruits off, the early fruiting in here. So this is the one I'm excited about. And these branches, I'm trying to pull them back to get more light. Now, I'm not going to knock any more fruits off from now on. I'm just going to let it go and hope for the best. Oh, and here's another little one. I forget what type it was, but it's not moving hardly at all. Like, it's not, there's no boom in vegetative growth. So, you know, I knocked some fruits off of it. But I think it's like stunted. This happened to me last year with a couple varieties. But we'll see how it goes. Have a nice day.